This is Matrix Lord 212. All right, so I just had an off air talk with Cinnamon Toast Crunch, who, as you know, I called cereal on here. Um, so, this is why it's always good to have communication, right? Because sometimes you see things wrong and you see things in a different light just by talking to the person. Um, I am glad that Cinnamon Toast Crunch unblocked me and basically reached out the olive branch and said, um, "Let's talk," I guess. And at the time, I was doing a something. I don't know if I was trying to. So I said, "Okay, as soon as I'm done with this, we'll talk." We did talk, and he explained to me about this whole thing with him and Darius and what was going on. And I'm not going to get into details about it. I'm just going to say that he is correct from his perspective and listening to him and stuff that um, he critiqued him, not bullied him. I still feel, and I told him, I think it's bad timing. I think that, you know, you wanted to say something, you could have had a time and a place, and he just was in Doctor Who, and that's probably bad timing to just, in his moment, talk to him like that. But he explained to me he was blocked, he couldn't talk to him any other way, and I said, well, still, I feel it could have been a different time. Forget about that. Uh, a lot of things were brought up about different people that, well, I said to him, he explained about different things he did on Twitter, explained about his YouTube channel, explained about, when he's on Tarzone and different things, asked me questions. Um, I'm always honest, okay? So I was honest with him about everything. Um, and what I got from him, and like I said, I did like his YouTube channel. And I'm like, well, his YouTube channel is different than his Twitter, his X. And he does have the potential to be a great YouTuber, and I told him that. He can do whatever he wants to do. You don't have to listen to me. No one has to listen to Matrix Flow 2 and 2. I always have a soft, I always have like this thing where maybe I'm a nut when it comes to thinking that people are bullied. Maybe it stems from me being bullied in school and teachers turning a blind eye. Maybe, and it could be because of Doctor Who I was bullied. Maybe it's because I've seen stuff in my young adult life, lost people that have ended it all because of bullying, and it affected me in a great way. I've tried to help people with my books. I try to give them another option. I try to motivate people. I try to tell people that giving up is never the answer, meaning don't give up your life, don't give up with us. So I have a soft spot. It's a personal thing. I have a thing about bullying, and it's always been that way, and you don't know about it. So, um, came to the conclusion he's critiquing. Now, as far as him talking about me months ago, I didn't go after him when he talked about me on Tartarzone. Did I like what he had to say? No, but I didn't go after him. I only said something to him about the Tharies thing and then other stuff. Um, I whatever is said between me and Noel should be with just us, but it hasn't been that way. It's been everybody getting involved on it. Um, whether Noel would get people involved or not, whatever. Um, and he's just there. He wants to talk about Doctor Who. Of course, Noel brings my name up. Of course, you're probably going to talk about Matrix Floyd 2 and 2, of course. So I shouldn't get mad at that. So going forward, I was wrong for thinking that Cinnamon Toast Crunch was a bully. He's not a bully. I was wrong for basically losing my cool. Okay. Um, and I'm not going to talk for him. You know, he's going to go back doing his thing. I'm going to go back doing my thing. I'm not going to. Oh, God, I'm so sorry. I'm not going to bash him. And, we don't have to agree with Doctor Who. Of course, we agree on a lot of things with Doctor Who, but I have a different take than they do. It was addressed about him, saying I'm a liar, and I told him flat out my beliefs. I believe everything I'm saying, 100%. I could take a lie detector test and pass with flying colors. I truly believe from my source, just like Type 40 believes from his source, I believe from my source, Disney Plus, Doctor Who, Season 3, from the BBC source, Ncuti Gatwa, Season 3. I don't believe he's regenerating. Now, we're going to find out definitively tomorrow if Ncuti's going to regenerate or not. And if I am wrong, as I've always said, I do say when I'm wrong on my channel. It's one thing where with Jodie, the plan was for her to be the Doctor for a while, and because Chibnall was getting them money, the BBC wasn't saying no. Regardless of ratings dipping, BBC was not going to cancel them. If Chibnall was going to stay, he's making the money. Okay, he got the HBO Max deal, he got the China thing. They weren't going to get rid of him. I didn't agree with Chibnall. I didn't like Chibnall. I liked Jodie. I didn't like the marketing behind it. I didn't like any of it. Time Child, none of that. When Jodie found out she was pregnant, she decided to leave, regardless of the plan. Chibnall was not going to write for anybody else. Maybe that's a laziness, maybe not. He left. People can have an opinion all they want about, oh, Matrix Lord's wrong. Matrix Lord's this, Matrix Lord's that. Matrix Lord's not in Jodie Whittaker's bedroom. Matrix Lord is not responsible for Jodie Whittaker getting pregnant and then having to leave. And Jodie said, I got pregnant. I had to leave. That's true. Can't be running around if you're pregnant. And it was difficult for her to when she was filming towards the end. She knows that. So you could come down to me and saying, oh my God. Again, there are things that happen outside our control. Yes, the plan was for her to be doctor multiple years. Same thing like Capaldi. Capaldi was going to be doctor for 10 years. And then when Chibnall came aboard, he didn't want Capaldi. They dumped Capaldi. And Capaldi exposed them and just mentioned them and basically said, I'm leaving Doctor Who when they didn't want him to. And he got screwed, Peter Capaldi. So no one said I was wrong about that because we all agreed that was fucked up what happened to Peter Capaldi. But no one did say I was wrong about Jodie. You can say whatever you want. Yeah, it didn't happen the way I was told. And again, it's okay because there are things outside our control. She got pregnant. Plans didn't go. It happens. So Matrix Law was wrong, yes. But that's not. I never lied to my people. I never would say anything that's not wouldn't be true on here. Never have done that. So it's one thing to be comedy and parody and stupid shit like that, like I'll do on Human Resources. No, when I'm wrong, like that ring-a-ding thing, I was so upset because the press release they told Marty was Mark Gatiss. I was hurt because I'm like, oh my God, my audience is going to think I lied to them. I need to say I'm wrong in capital letters. So I believe everything I'm saying, 100%. No going after me hot and heavy and hard. Don't understand that. Don't know why he got busy with it. Don't know why he tries to go after every aspect. And that whole thing about him saying he only did that because I went after this is bullshit. He was always doing that. So and I've tried to reach out to him in the past when someone leaked my address and he was a jerk about it. So I don't think that could ever be that fence could ever be mended because of all the stuff he's done in my eyes. And you could say, oh, I've done horrible things to him. Nah, he started it. And that's what happened. He started the war. The war continues. That's it. All right. So good luck to Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I think you have a bright future. As I told you, I think you got to change the name so that way you don't get in trouble. But yeah, you have a bright future. Sorry, dude. I was wrong about you. You critiqued him. Okay. Even though the timing was bad. I respect you a lot. You have a great channel. You have a great future. Thank you, Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal. Take care. Bye for now.